This is Reset. I'm Sasha Ann Simons. In the early days of the pandemic, frontline workers struggled to find personal protective gear like masks, gloves, and face shields. The news inspired one local 7-year-old to help. Her name is Haley Orlinsky, and she's selling colorful rubber band bracelets to fund PPE for Lurie Children's Hospital. I totally remember making a version of these bracelets when I was a kid, and so did my daughters. They'd weave the rubber bands together using their fingers or the rainbow loom pegboard. Well, Haley is now a master at the craft. Her famous clients include Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot and the White Sox. Haley has raised more than $25,000 to date, and she joins us now on the line. Hi, Haley. Welcome to Reset.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hello. So glad you're here. And also with us is Haley's mother, Lori Orlinsky. She is the author of the children's book, Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. Lori, welcome.
Thank you so much for having both of us today.
Haley, I want to start with you. Tell us what inspired you to start fundraising for Lurie's.
My mom was watching the news a lot, and I overheard that the doctors and nurses were running out of masks and other PPE equipment for them that are treating people with coronavirus. So I ran up to my room and made a friendship bracelet, and I told my mom I wanted to sell these and raise money for one of the hospitals.
So where did you get the idea to make bracelets, Haley?
One of my friends at that time taught me how to make them.
And this is a family project, right, Lori? What can you tell us about that?
Yes, it is a family project. Haley's little sister, Ellie, who's 5, will sort all the colors for Haley. Haley and I make the bracelets. And actually, Haley's grandma, who's 73 years old, also makes bracelets. And we all package them up, and her dad brings them to the mailbox every day. And in addition to being a family project, it's spread throughout the community. Haley's gotten her friends involved in it. She's gotten some of the Girl Scout troops, and she's gotten people that I know on Facebook whose kids want to help, and even some adults are helping. The coolest part of it was over the summer when Haley was in summer camp. She pitched the idea to the director at camp, and then all of a sudden, during breaks in camp, there were 400 kids making bracelets, and every day we would come home with hundreds of bracelets, which really helped her fulfill her orders. And so not only did the camp help her, but it also brought the campers together for one common cause.
And so right now, Lori, how's it been doing? Like, where are we at as far as the numbers?
She's sold about 9,000 bracelets. So the orders are pouring in, and people are ordering from everywhere in the U.S. and beyond. She's had orders in Italy and orders in Canada.
Haley, how did you feel that you surpassed your goal?
I feel amazing.
Wow. This is such a great story. This is, she's doing this to help because of something that, unfortunately, Lori, happened to her as a really young child. I mean, she's already young. She's 7, but she's able to remember years back when things didn't feel so good in her world.
Well, she was always a very outgoing child, but when she was 3 and she started getting bullied, they did a growth activity at school, and they put a growth chart on the wall, and she noticed very quickly that she was the shortest, and her friends started calling her, Peanut and Shorty, and she kind of went into this moment where she could have done fight, flight, or freeze, and I wanted her to keep her personality, and I wanted her to be proud of who she was, and so like any good mom, I just went on to Amazon and I went to try and find a book about kids that are short. And because it didn't exist, I wrote Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. And Haley is the inspiration behind it. But the cool thing about the book is that you can take out the word short and really sub it for anything that makes a child feel different. But as a result of this book, Haley's been able to be more empathetic. She's always the first child to say, "How can I help?" When she was in kindergarten, there was a girl that didn't speak English, and Haley came home very upset about it. And the girl didn't have any friends, and so Haley said, "I want to make her my friend because I know what it's like to feel alone." And so Haley started writing notes to her and drawing pictures, and they became fast friends. And so when she came up with this idea in March, I wasn't surprised. I was blown away by how quickly it caught on. Her goal was $200, and within 3 or 4 hours, she blew past that to $2,000.
That's incredible. Haley, at this point, you've made thousands of bracelets since March, right? Where do you find the time to do this work on top of second grade?
I usually do it before school or after school.
And how long does it take you to make each bracelet?
Once you get the hang of it, it takes like 2 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's really quick. Okay. That's 7-year-old Haley Orlinsky. Her mother's here with us as well, children's book author Lori Orlinsky, and we're talking about Haley's pandemic fundraiser. She has raised thousands of dollars for PPE at Lurie Children's Hospital. Haley, you just heard your mom talk about her book. Tell us how your mom's book helped you find your voice. Does it help you to talk more about bullying?
It really helped me stand up for myself and stand up for other people.
How are you both dealing right now? This is a global pandemic that we're in. How are you dealing? Haley, I'll start with you.
I think the bracelets really helped me stay happy.
Oh, I love that.
I think, when this originally started, I was very happy she was doing it because it was something that Haley could do by herself because we were all very in close quarters. And now I'm looking at this as a blessing because when Haley talks to her kids that she lived through a pandemic, I don't want her to talk about the rush for the toilet paper and wearing the mask and even the social justice issues that we had this summer. I mean, in a way, this shielded Haley from, the harsh realities of the world, but it also unified everyone because no matter who you supported, no matter what side of anything that you stood on, everyone came together and supported Haley and bought these beautiful bracelets, and they were for a great cause.
I wonder if you could sum up into words how proud you are right now, Lori, of your daughter. What are you hoping that she takes away from this project in the years to come?
I hope that she sees that one person can make a difference, no matter their size, no matter their age. And I get very choked up when I think about her at 7 years old, because if this is her at 7, I cannot wait to see what the world has in store for her. I mean, she has done such a great job, and she speaks eloquently about this, and she is really focused on the nurses and the doctors, and she's focused on the mission. I mean, she likes it that she's gotten to go on TV, and she gets recognized sometimes as the girl who makes the bracelets, but at the end of the day, I mean, she also really did this. She spent the first few days of her life in the NICU at Lurie, so it's also her way of giving back, and she's beaming with pride. Anytime we drive past a billboard that says Lurie Children's Hospital, she recognizes that she helped them, and
wow.
We're really, once the pandemic is over, she's going to get to go into Lurie and get a tour of the hospital, and she'll get to do a check presentation, and I think that'll be so meaningful for her because she can actually see firsthand how she helped.
That's wonderful. Haley, how long are you going to continue making these bracelets to raise money?
I want to do it till COVID is over.
Until COVID is over. That's a great plan. Do you have special designs maybe for the holidays? The holidays are coming up.
Yes, I've already been planning Valentine's Day and Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, other stuff.
Well, we hope we don't have to do it beyond Valentine's Day. We hope everybody is vaccinated by then, but yes. So Haley had also come off a Girl Scout cookie high, and what I mean by that is she had sold Girl Scout cookies last December, January, February, and she'd sold the most cookies in her troop. She sold 200 boxes, and she would make videos on Facebook and describe the Girl Scout cookies. And
so she's already a pro at this.
Exactly. That's how she became an entrepreneur. So it's funny because she would come up to me during the bracelet making process, and she would say, "Mommy, I think we should sell charms for $5 extra. I think we could sell keychains for $5 extra. We could maybe do holiday themes for a few extra dollars." And so she was always thinking, how can I upsell customers to make more money for Lurie? Because, when you think about this, these bracelets are only $3 a piece. And to make $22,000 selling $3 bracelets is just unheard of.
It's incredible. Haley, I want to make sure you get the last word here. Tell us, what do you want people to know about your fundraiser and how they can help?
I want people to know not to be scared and to buy bracelets, and it really helps me.
And who else does it help?
And it really helps the Lurie Children's Hospital.
That's 7-year-old Haley Orlinsky and her mother, children's book author Lori Orlinsky. Haley and Lori, thank you so much for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is Reset. I'm Sasha Ann Simons. In the early days of the pandemic, frontline workers struggled to find personal protective gear like masks, gloves.